Hopefully, she's not, devouring food.
I'm watching.
So, welcome.
Someone back there.
Welcome to Furtubers 2018 at Megaplex. Do I really need this? Can you guys hear me in the back without the mic? Then we're good.
What?
Gotta be alkali loud.
We should shut the doors so no one else
so no one else can hear.
We're already
filling. Yeah, right?
We're filling up, so if you are with a group, kind of squish together and with seats next to each other. That way we're not just taking up and leaving empty space for people who can't sit.
Thank you.
Coming together.
Wow, we have a nice show.
In the Florida
Yes.
cold. It's super cold here. It's like 30 degrees. Minus 60%.
Can you go get my boyfriend? Tell him to close the door.
No, I work at McDonald's, so I walk in from 90 degrees weather.
Hey, Mayor, put the bag on this one so someone can sit there.
No, wait.
Yeah, just put it on this side.
I walk into a low 10 degree freezer.
All right, yeah, thanks. So if someone wants to sit there, they can. All right, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, what's wrong?
See, like a good 72 degrees is like crazy.
I'm not sweating like crazy because I did 40 from marching bands in this 40 heat. In high school. So.
Alright. It's
Old Spice tone.
alright, so we're gonna start. I want to first apologize because
Like the Zoom's like
because of my laptop is really bad battery, and I charged it all the way, and I guess it turned on like yesterday or something, and it drained all the battery. So I have no PowerPoint, but I have an outline, so we're gonna go through that.
I'll let you
It's like a business conference.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, do you want an outline too?
Yeah, I mean, show up.
You get
I'll share. Everyone.
Wow, okay. I don't really need You gotta catch these hands, girl.
I will revoke your admin rights.
Okay, never mind.
no clout.
Drag him. Yeah, I will.
Yeah, you can.
Dragging him? Oh, no.
Alright, so I guess we'll start with introductions. Like I said, for the people that just got here, we are smaller YouTubers because, well, except Nas over there. Yeah. But
No, I put all my followers from Russia, so.
That explains a lot. But
Oh, I see a sticky dog outside.
what?
Is it Dej?
Yeah, it's Dave.
Alright, so we are smaller YouTubers mostly because we want to connect with smaller and growing YouTubers because we want to feel what you're feeling and struggle what you're struggling through. I mean, feel what you're struggling through.
Good job.
Sorry, I'm still waking up. But yes, we want to connect with you.
Yay!
So yeah, but we're gonna start introductions. Do you want to start since you're the creator?
I don't need a mic.
You can use it.
I'm Tomu, and I made the Furtubers panel. This is the co-creator, and this is one of my admins. I think, Leon's the only other admin?
Leon is the only other admin who's not here, but he will be at MFF, and me, Stark, and Leon will be doing a panel at MFF if you are there.
Yes, I will not be there, and I will. No, we don't. Wait, actually, I do have one. I got you later.
Thanks.
You want to introduce yourself so I can give you water?
I'm Cantus. This is my suit, Sebastian. I mainly do YouTube with Stark. Once I get the rig that I need, I will be doing YouTube very soon, hopefully.
As he's drinking, you're asking.
Well, because an Eden entrance, everybody knows who you are, move on.
Oh my gosh.
Are you confused?
I'm very confused.
She was
in this
asking you for
environment.
water as you were drinking.
That is a very good
She's like, do you have water?
That is a very important shirt.
Stay!
Yay, yay,
Oh my god.
Why?
He wanted to bring his little princess.
If anyone has a comically undersized sitting implement, feel free to come to the front and sit.
So
My butt is too big to fit into his chair, so it's on the floor.
We got that porky butt. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Ah, yes. I got them chicken legs.
So, I'm Bella.
It's time to wake
Or
up.
Bella Sugar, I don't really know if you guys know the full name. this is my mouse. I do small YouTube, but I'm the worst YouTuber because I haven't posted in 4 months, and I don't plan on posting right now. So don't be like me. But yeah, I'm co-owner of the Furtubers chat. So yeah, you can talk it up anyway. So
We'll let.
I don't know, what do I even start with?
start with the outline.
What does it mean?
Okay, so basically being a furry YouTuber means you don't have to be making furry content. You can be in the fandom and you can make any kind of content you want. There's people in the chat who do music, scenery, what else was there? Like automotive stuff. And there's hiking, gaming. You don't have to be, you don't even have to have a fursuit. You just have to have the drive to make content. And you can't be let down by the fact that no one's watching your stuff, because eventually someone will, and you can build yourself up. And advertising, especially in our chat. Are you good?
She needs a survey.
Oh my god.
No, they made a snap
Just
of.
recorded right now.
Please send me that so I can make it.
It's on my YouTube. Please do if you guys want to follow my Instagram to see this, it's at TOQQUEEN. Sorry.
You're a mess.
Ella, I can already see the clickbait. I got hella sick at Megaplex. Almost died.
Right.
I almost choked on a chip.
So, anyways, back on track.
Sorry, I don't even know what I was saying anymore.
Thanks, Bella.
You're welcome.
We're talking about how you don't need it first.
You don't need a fursuit. There's content creators who literally don't even make furry content, and there's furry makers and people who don't even have a fursuit, like Blue the Dragon, where they make content furry related. Ascari, and so honestly, just don't be discouraged if no one's watching your stuff, if no one's paying attention to you. Eventually, if you just keep pushing hard enough, you will, but that shouldn't be your focus. Your focus should just be, doing YouTube for fun and doing content creating for fun. And if you're not having fun, then what's the point? You don't need to do it for popularity, because you're going to be very, very disappointed in the end when you don't get where you want to be. Because if you're striving for that goal, and you don't achieve it, but you're still in a good place, you won't recognize it. What are you doing?
Can I add something
Don't listen to me,
Yeah, so, by the way, I didn't get an intro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Everyone knows who you are.
I don't think everyone does know who I am.
Knows.
Hi. So you might recognize this voice. Hi! Nice having you here. That's me. I don't have my fursuit head because I woke up like 10 minutes before the panel started, so here's a picture from my Howler profile.
Don't advertise your Howler.
I mean, it's on main, so...
Yeah.
Why? I ask myself why every single day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I make furry YouTube videos. I've been lucky that since making YouTube content since 2006 and various channels and having channels with like 5 or 6 subscribers and like 2 reviews a video, that like my channel with this guy kind of like blew up a bit. And I would reiterate the same thing, like pretty much no matter what size you're at, I think finding what is fun in making content here is really, really important. It doesn't matter if you have 5 or 500 or 500,000 or whatever subscribers. Yeah, they agree. I think following the fun, it's kind of like if anyone does improv comedy, that it's kind of like follow the fun. Yep. That's what I would add on to that. Yeah.
Typically, I don't make my own YouTube. I don't know why I take this microphone every time.
Give it to me.
She's the only one that needs it.
Right.
I don't know why okay, no. I don't make my own YouTube videos typically, but I do understand the idea behind having the drive to make content, having the ability to make content, and just wanting to make other people happy. And typically, when I make a video with Starrick, it's either a rant, or it's something that's uplifting, or it's just me streaming with Starrick, and I'm typically only the cameraman. But people are still psyched every week to see me and Starrick streaming, and it makes me happy almost. And as long as you're happy, and as long as you're making your fans happy. Oh.
I have a really quick suggestion.
Do it again for the people in the
Well,
back.
not really a suggestion, kind of a command from the staff. But can you guys condense more, because there's fursuiters in the back that really need seats, and I see some cameramen back there.
There's 3 seats
There's
up
like,
front.
yeah, there's like 2 seats over here, 2 seats over there.
There's 2
But
seats in the middle row.
But if you can, please don't put a bag on the seat next to you. Put it on the floor,
Put it
or
under
like,
you.
or put it on, like leave it on your lap, because we have a pretty full room, and I don't want any like suitors out there like dying of a stroke. So.
Furries first.
Thank you guys.
So continuing on where I left off, as long as you're happy making content and you're making your fans happy making while you're making content, and as long as you're happy with what you're doing, keep on doing it. Simple as that.
I would add on that fursuit right there in the Hufflepuff. You know that sticker on your nose? I made that. Thanks.
Thanks for the advertising.
Yeah. Thanks for the advertising.
Wow.
I was gonna say something I forgot. Oh, let's do another round of the Furtubers chat kind of thing. Because a lot of you guys were in here when we talked about the Furtubers chat, but a lot of you guys weren't. So we're just gonna say it again.
Hey Bella, what if I wanted to join the Furtubers chat?
You're already in it.
This is a hypothetical. Try it again.
Ruined.
Hey Bella, how do I join the Furtubers chat? Do I have to be a furry YouTuber to join?
No, you just have to be in the furry fandom.
Okay. And how do I join the chat?
Well, we have a list somewhere, and we have a pen. This is cool.
Wow.
And after the panel, you're welcome to come up here, and you can drop your Telegram link on the panel. I mean, on the paper.
Good job, Bob.
I'm still waking up. Sorry. But yeah, put your Telegram link at whatever on the paper. Please take off privacy settings, because we will not add you in if you have privacy settings. We won't go through the hassle of that. We tried at FWA and it just didn't work. So if you have privacy settings on, turn them off. Like when you put your name on that piece of paper.
That way we can add you without the hassle.
Yes.
But otherwise we won't go through it.
And we'll most likely add you in today,
Or
after
tomorrow.
the panel, or tomorrow.
Because we'll probably end up, with this size of a room and this size of a group, we'll probably end up having a very long list. So, sorry. Unless I know you personally and you're like, can you add me? Or if you know any of us personally and you're like, can you add me or whatever, we'll drop you a link.
Yes.
Well, thanks for that addition.
Yes. You're welcome.
Yes.
They liked it.
No, that's
that's a fake.
That's a lie.
Super hot.
Yeah.
Toss it around.
I also
Yeah,
killed
honestly,
that
we
one
could just
just
pass
as
it
like
around.
shits and giggles, dude.
What we'll do is we're just
It's
gonna
a
pass it
fake.
around, so if
Because
anyone just
we had
pass
a
it around the
little
room,
discount
zigzag.
And they
If
got
you don't want to
upset.
join, if you don't want to join, just pass it to the next
They
person.
pulled their big pants on.
Yeah.
When don't they?
They had a little incident.
I just pass it
and
to
we
the
had
next
to
person.
remove them, and they thought it was fun to make another chat. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's a fake one. Furtubers hat, a hub, is fake. Just so you know. That's
The
fake.
tea.
Yeah, don't join
Take your toes.
That was savage.
Someone said-
Hey, but, you know.
Hey, they made it out of spite.
Yeah, they did. Anyways. Sorry, off the mic.
Bye, Tar.
So yeah, we already introduced ourselves as the admins or whatever else. He said no.
Oh, no.
He doesn't talk in the chat. He can't be an admin.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah, I was about
I'm
to
a
say,
potential
how do I
admin.
join the chat? By talking.
right?
Telegram hates him, so
Yeah. I'm there though.
you might as
I
well
can
make
see
a
your
new
messages, I just can't reply to them.
You might as
You
well
got
make a new
you got reported for spam.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Make a new
good
account. I
idea.
did
She's
that.
gonna pass around a piece of paper. So add your Telegram to it, and if you miss the piece of paper, you can come back up here and you can write it down. Thank you, Rosa. You did. Oh, thank you, Nas.
Yeah, it's being
Next
passed
up
around.
is what you're doing.
Hey.
No, it's
Okay.
That one's not fake.
No,
That's just another one.
That was just a private.
So B on our list is, what does it mean to be a Furtuber? You don't
No.
need the money.
I don't need them. It doesn't really. Honestly, you don't need anything to be a
No,
YouTuber.
Mean.
What? No.
Need is next one.
We already did. What does it mean? what do you need? Yes.
We did. What does it mean? All right, whatever. So what do you need?
What do you need to be a Furtuber, or really a YouTuber in general?
How do you get started?
Honestly, as long as you have a phone that doesn't look like a potato, and a mic that doesn't sound like you're underwater,
Or in space or a tunnel.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll go even further. You can start on the potato phone.
That is
and
true.
work your way up. I started on the potato phone.
I remember that.
I've seen several videos of YouTubers with these potato cameras and these potato mics make it all the way up to 4K cameras and HD sound.
I'm here with my Lamborghini.
Yeah, like it doesn't take much. As long as you have the drive and the ability to upload, you will make it. I see a hand in the back. What exactly is a potato camera or a potato flash?
And the question was, what is exactly a potato camera?
Anything that I can't make out your face. Like if it just looks like those security camera feeds, I don't want to watch that video. A phone from Walmart. More than likely, I will click off in the first 5 seconds.
Well, the term potato camera originates from early YouTuber culture, where if there was a really, really grainy video posted in 144p, people would comment, was this filmed on a potato?
Yeah, right.
That's where it came from.
Speaking of potatoes, Stormy being the potato.
And yeah, Stormy Fault is the potato. Shout out to Stormy.
Oh, we love you.
Sadly, Stormy could not make it today.
We have a few YouTubers that couldn't make it today, sadly.
They have standards. I mean, what?
Yeah, right. They have
Will we be here tomorrow? No, it's just that they can't wait.
Well, he's at the con.
I see a hand.
Is there a hand back there?
Right there.
Am I darn?
Was there a question? No, I don't think there was.
No? Okay.
Correct. So, I'm going to add on to what you just said. You really don't need anything expensive to start. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm not gonna do YouTube because I don't have a fursuit, or I don't have like the, what is it called? That little icons that have like they move, like commentary, things. Or have money to commission art for those. Or even a expensive editing software. Literally, you can grab your phone, connect it to your computer or whatever you use, or even edit on your phone like Tomu does. You can do Windows Movie Maker. Does that exist still?
Yes, it exists.
That's what I started on.
I still use iMovie.
I use iMovie too.
My entire time, like iMovie is like basically the basic version of Final Cut Pro, which I've used, but I've managed to keep going on iMovie. So
typically your computer comes with some kind of editing software.
Yes.
Or your phone.
Oh, I see a hand back there.
iMovie for phone, yeah.
Yes.
Can I use my phone to do video?
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
A lot of
I started on my phone.
A lot of people do.
You have a question?
Pyrocynical's computer is a potato. He played a Hitman game.
There's also another way that I'll get it. Oh God, that person, excuse me.
Don't die.
I can try. I've already died inside. But anyways, I'm friends with another Furtuber named Seaworld, where he actually just records himself playing a video game and does commentary over it that has nothing to do with the video game that's playing on the screen. He just upgraded to the little commentary art that his girlfriend drew him. It's so cute. But yeah, you could. That was my commentary.
That's the cheap way of doing it. It works just as well.
Yeah.
We have a question. You have a question? Wait. Yes.
So if I wanted to go the route of deal with video games and things like that, and started off with something like Twitch, because I play most of my games on consoles, how would I go about?
No, you need a box that actually pulls the video signal from the I can't think of like a streaming box.
The capture card.
Capture card.
If you're also, this is a good point to say this. If you're not on YouTube, but you are on any other video platform such as Twitch or
Twitch is Mixer.
I can't think of anything else.
Mixer.
Whatever.
Video though.
Video.
Yeah, right.
Is that still
YouTube gaming.
We'll still add you to the chat. You're technically still a furry content.
You're a content creator.
Yeah.
That's what it really is.
No, you need like a good like $2 2 terabyte like Seagate hard drive so you can archive stuff.
But about the equipment, you can have a great camera, a great mic, and great lighting, and your content will be mundane and droll and boring. And I'm not talking this, like, you can do the same thing other people do but execute it differently. But if you're talking in a monotone voice and you're just sitting there like this, it gets boring. You have to be lively, or you have to have a great topic that's new. You can, like I said, you can do the same content other people are doing, but you have to execute it differently. Don't be a cookie cutter. Don't be like, oh, I like what they did, they're popular, I'm gonna copy it, you know, word for word. Oh, you have a question?
I have another thing to add on to that. Don't do like all the same thing over and over in videos. Don't do calling the boss baby 3 a.m. for 10 videos straight. No one wants to watch that.
Or Q&A.
Something to add on to that is when you start a video, start it like Nas or Starik or Bella or Tomu, and start it with a little bit of enthusiasm almost. Don't open up the video with, hi, today we will be doing, it's boring, I will click out of there so fast. And that first 10 minutes of your video, or the first, not 10 minutes, 10 seconds of that video, that's your hook.
They're very
important. If you don't get that hook, you won't have viewers.
I'm actually going to be a huge contrarian here and say that with everything related to YouTube, there are truly no rules. Like, you can upload anything you want to YouTube. It really actually depends on what you want to get out of the site, right? So some people will use YouTube purely as sharing videos to just their friends and family. And if that's all you want to do, it's great. You don't have to edit. You don't have to do anything. A lot of the tips that were being said were related to, you know, creating content that's engaging. So if you do want to grow a following, then yeah, those are great tips. But there's nothing that is forcing you to make any sort of content. That's just kind of how YouTube is. Like, you can really make whatever you want. You know? Yeah, that's what it is.
Just get a camera, do what you want, and upload it.
This is true.
Let's go vloggers.
Take our advice with a grain of salt because it's your channel. It's not ours. It's your channel. Do what you want with your channel as long as you're happy and you're making your fans happy. Or, heck, it doesn't matter about your fans. As long as you're making yourself happy, do what you do.
Do you take criticism into account, though?
Yes.
Like, if it's constructive criticism, like, hey, next time do this, consider it, don't get upset. But if they're like, this video sucks, you know, delete your channel, obviously that's not something you should listen to. But if you're receiving decent constructive criticism, you should look into it unless you know what you're doing. But honestly, that's how you grow. And as an artist, like, that's one of the biggest things that help you move on into your career or into your hobbies and interests.
And kind of going off that as well, like, I have a lot of friends in the furry YouTube community, and some people that I know want to upload every week and, you know, make multiple videos and are like strict on a schedule.
I used to do that.
And then we have certain people who upload once in a blue moon, and, you know, it's all fine. It's once again really up to what you want to get out of the site and what you want to get out of your channel. But kind of relating to what everyone's saying, if you have like big aspirations and you want to be the next, you know, PewDiePie or Jacksepticeye, I'm just trying to think of random YouTubers, right? Shane Dawson. You do have to have a different approach where you want to create incredibly engaging content and work on all the skills that are involved in becoming a big YouTuber on the platform. Things like editing, things like video quality, things like content scripting. You know, there's a million skills you can work on if you want to be a big YouTuber.
Yeah.
But it's if you want to be a big YouTuber.
Right.
I have a question. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
But adding on to what Nas said, it depends on the content that you want to make. If you want to get to 1,000 subscribers and stop, that's on you. You do you. As long as you're happy with what you're making, keep going.
Just putting that out.
It's Turner to 1,000.
Good to away from 1,000.
Wait, let's get you to 1,000 during this channel.
Yeah, let's go, people. Put out your phones and subscribe to your Tomu Rayu.
Tomu Rayu, Tomureau.
Yeah.
And there's a space between, so it's Tomu.
Tomu.
Space.
Actually, just say her name and it'll come up into search and view as a
That's true.
That's true.
If you get her to 1,000, she might do you a little doodle.
I will beat the shit out of you.
No free. Hey, watch it.
Do it because you want to, not because they're telling you.
I'm not doing the free art. I'm not.
We're gonna announce like our YouTube stuff afterwards.
Yeah. Because there is a.
So, please tell everyone what is the threshold for when monetization actually starts.
Oh, they changed it recently.
Yeah, it's now 1,000.
It's 1,000.
How many hours?
1,000 subscribers and 4,000 views.
Because okay, so that's another thing. If you make a lot of short videos, you're not going to get a lot of the length time because they're based off of how long that viewer actually watches the video. So if you make like a 10-minute video, you have a better chance of actually someone engaging in your video because they're actually going to pay attention. They might stay around longer and actually watch more of your videos.
Yeah.
I think what's being discussed is a metric related to the YouTube algorithm, so that's what decides whether a video gets promoted or not, and that's watch time. So yeah, generally speaking, if you do have longer videos, you do have more chance of YouTube promoting it. But if you just have like a 25-minute video of oatmeal, I couldn't think of the word of this. I'm still waking up as well. If it's not engaging, then it won't necessarily be promoted more. So once again, with a bit of a grain of salt, but yeah, generally YouTube likes to promote longer videos on the platform.
And I do believe there is a minimum now of what will be promoted, of like how long that video has to be. I think it's 10 minutes.
I think 10 minutes, 10 minutes for monetization.
Right, and that's what I see a lot of people doing now is like 10 minutes and 1 second, we're good. Like, I'll get that monetization.
Yeah, so that's relating to mid-roll ads. So this only comes to when you have, 3,500 subscribers, so this might only apply to like 2% of people in the room, maybe. Yeah. But yes, if you have 3,500 subscribers and you make a video that is 10 minutes and longer, not only can you put ads before the video, which is the default, you can also put ads in the middle at the 3-minute mark, at the 6-minute mark. But for most people, I think we're not quite there at the 3,500 subscriber level. That's why we're here and we're wanting to learn more things.
If you do get to there, now you know. But also, if you put more ads in your video, some people tend to click off. I don't like to have like 5 ads in a 5-minute stand of a video. It just doesn't sit right.
When you're small, one at the beginning, that's
right. Question?
I have something there.
993.
So would it be
993.
Is it better oftentimes to make longer videos and then break them up all in one shoot, or is it?
It makes things a lot easier. Yeah, I see a lot of people do these 1-part, 2-part, 3-part videos, and it makes things a lot easier on you, on your viewers, and it kind of says it's like a cliffhanger, almost like an episode to like a. It's like when you're watching like The Walking Dead, and they cut the season finale into 2 episodes. It makes you want to come back next week. Question before.
How would one get around being dinged with a copyright violation? Because, like, for example, one YouTuber, just off the top of my head, would make a video dancing to Billie Jean, and he would get like 1,000 views. And then another one would do the exact same thing or whatever, but then they would get dinged with a violation and get his video pulled. Is there a way around that?
That's a really, really good question. So the question's relating to how does one get around copyright strikes? Things like, dancing to Michael Jackson videos. What I would say is if you want to grow a big channel, try and from day one avoid using content that is not your own or you don't have permission to. Now, you can look on the side and a lot of people get away with including songs about artists and whatnot, but what I try and do for my videos is make sure that everything is 100% allowed, so I don't get hit with a copyright strike.
There's tons of websites out there to find non-royalty-free music.
Yes, for example, there's the YouTube audio library. There's also no copyright sounds.
Could you make some music also that like?
Oh yeah, you can create your own.
Videos. Or you can create your own. Yeah.
Also, for those who don't know,
2 more.
You can.
2 more, guys, for Toby to be at 1,000.
I can't find it.
You can use a song for, I think it's 30 seconds.
No, it's not like that anymore.
Oh,
No, it's not 10. It's at this stage, because YouTube now, it could be 1/5 of a second. I've heard as small as that.
It's only 5-second max for that.
No, it's not even 5-second max anymore. It used to be like that, but now
it's evolved about that same
YouTube can automatically detect bits of audio. So if you have a Michael Jackson song, YouTube can automatically detect, hey, there's 3 seconds of Michael Jackson. They tell the copyright owner automatically, like 2 minutes after you upload it, basically, and then they can do what they want with it.
Sometimes even before, like if you put your video in a queue and you're scheduling it, I've gotten copyright claims before I even uploaded the video.
Demonetized immediately.
Right, yeah.
Because in that queue, YouTube can still see what's in your queue, and they're going to check it before you even upload it.
Hey, turn me 1000! So one last thing on copyright for videos. There is a actual copyright policies section of YouTube in the music section, so you can actually search up any song to see if it's allowed on the website or not. So that's just something to keep in mind. So if you see copyrighted music being allowed, it's probably because they looked in the copyrighted music search section and saw that, okay, Billie Jean was allowed. You got a question there?
First off, go All Blacks.
I have something to say.
Yeah.
That I've been wanting to say for a while.
I'm actually Australian, but it's like
close enough.
I know, that's why.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Is there anyone that did not sign this that would like to join?
I don't think it went through
I don't think it went on that side at all.
Wow.
I will let this go that way.
Yeah, right.
Any suggestions for people who do like Let's Plays? Because one of the things I've had recently was a couple of games that have music in them that got flagged for copyrights. That was actually content from the game.
Sometimes the best way to do that is to turn the music off.
Yeah.
Like even with like Persona 5 just recently, they say, oh, the company's like, oh, you can't stream the game past a certain point in the game. You know, or they'll flag it.
The best point at that point is either A, don't play the game, or mute the background noise at that point in the game, just to avoid
because
the issue.
Let's Plays are still kind of a gray area.
What I would say is you'll have to be creative with your editing. I don't really know of any game makers that will flag copyright for using like visuals from the game, so you'll just have to find different music, mute the audio track and editing, and then and then if possible, if you're like recording at the time, maybe just record the mic, you know, into a separate file, so that you can still have that audio. Hey, we're jumping on the platform here, but you can put a different audio track in the background.
Yeah,
that's always good.
Yeah,
record your video and your mic separate.
Yeah, this one was a simulcast from Twitch and YouTube. So Twitch was fine, YouTube got...
Yeah, and generally you'll find Twitch is a lot more lenient in terms of copyright. They'll just mute the audio track, whereas YouTube will generally take videos down, or more likely take videos down. So if you want to stream games, Twitch is the more like copyright-friendly platform, indeed.
I was going to say something. So a lot of people, I was going off of, this is really late because I didn't have a chance to talk, but someone said over there something about the original content. Maybe this isn't for everyone, but I really like sciencey stuff. So, and I like facts, and I like learning about things. Maybe that's not you, but I do. So I'm always, like, some people are really attracted to charts, and I know Fjord is really big on facts and researching. Who else does that?
I use the space stuff.
Oh, Nazi.
Yeah, Nazi.
Nazi or Nazi or whatever. Nasal spray. Yes, I like a lot of sciencey stuff. So if you're a nerd like I am, or whatever, I see you. Don't be afraid to show your education off. Are there any like medical field people in here?
You're alone.
I'm alone. Wow.
Well, we're moving on.
A lot of us, like, or even IT people, I'm guessing if I say IT, how many people are going to raise up their hand?
There's a good, wow.
There's more than medical, so.
That's true. We're better.
Or artwork or stuff like that. Don't be afraid to show your creative or passionate side. Like, I'm really passionate for artwork and medical stuff, so don't be afraid to show off your education.
I see 2 hands, so start at the front, go to the back. Okay.
Or if you want to be a mascot.
If I want to be if you want to be a mascot, you can always be a furry and make fursuiting content indeed.
Yes.
Also,
I'm lucky enough to have a fursuit.
Going off of the mascot thing, there is a few people here, I don't know if they're actually in this room, but ages and birth, there's some people that they do mascotting, like as a what would you say?
Profession.
Not a profession. They don't get paid for it. It's kind of like volunteer work.
Yeah.
And they make YouTube, like they take YouTube videos. If you guys know Layla Staniel, they do a lot of cool stuff, and they do fundraising as well.
The best man.
Yes.
Layla and Avocado, they usually go together.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you do community service stuff, you can also do that kind of stuff, like post that kind of stuff. Sorry, my voice is getting really bad. Yes, I'm dying for water. You gonna
Not some water.
Yes. No, thanks.
Just have the rest of mine.
I want some water too.
I drink all your water.
No, I don't have a glass.
I have water if you want it.
What's a gallon of water?
Good.
Throw it. Actually, don't. I'll take this too then.
I'll have mine back.
Too late for that, you lost.
These police.
Told you as well.
So we'll get to that question and then we have to move on to the next topic.
Yeah.
DB?
Yeah, may I stand up?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, it's much easier to hear you.
I'm a truck driver by trade, and I was wondering what the demand would be for like dash cam type videos in the Furtubers.
Yeah. I mean, if you are doing dash cam and you are talking behind it, totally.
Or have it, well, yeah, I could be watching the road, or I could have it turned on me and you could be watching the event at idiots in front of me.
Wait, is Angel's in here? Where?
JB.
Angel's
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
There's already like a furry named Scouter that actually does that.
Oh, yeah, I ran into him earlier.
Yeah, he's really entertaining, and I love his content. I'm super weird with what I watch. Thank God nobody knows what I like. And yeah, I find that really interesting because he's totally real. He'll rant about like the most political stuff, and he just does it because he wants to. So do it because you want to.
I mean, I'm thinking about doing a channel. It's kind of a mix of furry and automotive, but I think
that would be awesome. I would watch that.
A lot of it would probably be like dash cam type stuff because most of what I do is truck driving. I'm 9 times out of 10 catch me out on the road.
All right, so we have 2 questions here, and then
Wait, I want to add into the dash cam stuff. Sorry, real bit quick. Angels, I know you're back there somewhere. Raise your hand. I can't see your hand. Whatever. A few months ago, you have a motorcycle, and you asked me about motorcycle videos. And I think that's one of the most interesting things, because you never know what's going to show up on your camera.
Yeah, I've seen tons of
So, like, imagine if you, like, find roadkillers. That's bad. But, like,
I had a corporate crash in front of me.
Sorry, I am kind of roadkill, so.
Yes. Okay, so 2 questions. We'll start from there and we'll move back.
I wanted to ask the dash cam thing. Even if it's not a furry audience, you're still gonna get an audience for pretty much everything. I've seen a whole community of elevator channels. They just record themselves riding elevators.
So, gentlemen there.
Okay, so piggybacking off this question, what's your opinion about, like, say, a YouTuber who's starting up and he kind of has to mix things as well? Like, for example, I like doing vlogs about going to conventions, stuff like that, including the first stuff, but I also do, like, videos of when I go to vacation and that sort of thing. Like, I'll be, like, so for one video, he'll be with a bunch of furries, and the next, I'm in Brazil on horseback, so it's like...
Are you a starter?
Yes.
So this is a perfect segue into our next topic, which is tips for starter YouTubers. As long as, like I've said 100 times during this panel, as long as you're making content that you enjoy, you'll definitely enjoy the content you're making.
Gotcha.
It's like, you're going to make content and you're going to get viewers no matter what kind of content you make. As we've heard, we've had elevator videos that are somehow making thousands of views, while I can't get 10.
I want to know why, because elevators are more interesting.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Are you right?
Those people are passionate.
Please go. Please.
I like your boyfriend more than you.
You're right.
And I actually think these last couple of questions kind of relate to a question that I get a fair bit, and I'm sure we all get a fair bit, which is like, do I have to make furry content to be part of the first?
No.
And the answer is no. I would actually say that the most successful known furry YouTuber doesn't make furry content. You might know his channel, Your Movie Sucks. Yeah. He does movie reviews. He is actually a furry.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he's a furry. He goes to furry conventions.
Oh, yeah. I know that. Rags, Pyrocynical, and Your Movie Sucks, all furries. They don't make any furry content.
Yeah, so do they have characters?
That's crazy. Pyrocynical is a Foxy ripoff. Rags is a Shiba Inu. And then Your Movie Sucks is just... I have no idea. I don't remember.
His icon's a horse, so...
Yeah.
I'm just hiding people. Wow, that's... I'm not really speaking.
Is it a question?
Not a question, but Pyrocynical is just furry enough to confuse everyone.
Yeah, Pyrocynical is just furry enough to confuse everyone. Yeah.
But yeah, you're branching off from like strict furry content from what I've seen.
That's what I've been experimenting with the last 8 or 9 months, honestly.
Hold on. I'm trying to add people. Rask, Jordan, turn off your privacy settings. I will call you out. I'm so sorry.
I think just everyone who has their privacy settings on, turn them off.
Turn off privacy settings to everyone.
I checked mine. Mine are set to everyone, so
I will call you out.
Bella. She's in suit.
Then I'll add you later.
All right.
Yeah, but generally, you can make whatever content you want, and you will still be part of the first community. That's what I think we would all say. So we were kind of going into the next.
Yeah, what was that?
The next. That was actually a perfect segue. Is tips for starter YouTubers, not furry YouTubers, starter YouTubers. This can be anything from don't forget to have good lighting because you don't want to be in the dark.
Or have the light behind you.
Or have the light behind you because if you've ever taken a picture with the sun behind you, you look dark and everything behind you is lit up. So
Jesus rays.
I've talked
I think generally with the technical stuff, you just want to make sure that you are filming in a well-lit environment and people can see who you are. With YouTube, you don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be technically perfect. It just has to be relatively clear so people can see.
As long as you can hear or see the person clearly, you're fine. Like I record on my phone and I edit on my phone and I use a lapel mic that plugs into my phone. And that's all I do.
You use your left.
Wait, no.
Just make it easy to understand and see. That's kind of for the technical stuff. That's what I would say.
So
we got a question in the back.
Someone with the acronym BECK.
Vacosa?
My privacy.
How dare you?
No.
Where are you?
Anyways, okay, we got a question back there.
Okay, guys.
Okay, so I have a question as far as when you.
Okay, let's hear the question.
So, my question, because I haven't actually made a channel yet, per se, but I do have a profile on there, because, I have videos that come in and are recommended and everything. Would that be my channel, or would my channel be something separate from
that? That would be your channel.
Your profile itself is your channel.
Okay, so if is there a way to change the name on that?
You should be able to change your name.
Yeah.
It's in your Google settings. I would just go to Create a Studio and look through the account settings. If I have any questions about the YouTube site, I literally just Google. It's like, how do I change my name in YouTube? Because honestly, they change their layout every now and then. The answer last year is different than the answer this year, and so on and so forth.
Google is your best friend in most situations.
For YouTube, like related questions, not just like for this general area, but like something on the site, you should Google.
Let's understand the algorithm.
One other thing, while we're on the subject of channels and whatnot, I guess to those of you that have maybe multiple channels, because I'm pretty sure that's a thing in some cases.
MCN.
How hard is it to manage that?
YouTube channel.
Yeah, so I have 2 channels. I have NOS and I have NOS IRL, and I'm not very good at balancing between the 2. I think someone who is actually very good at managing multiple channels is Najira. And I even said it in the way that he says, "Hey, it's Najira," because he has his main channel, which is Najira. He has, he has Peppermint, which is like I guess sort of the quick clips and things that didn't make the first channel. And then he's actually got his personal channel, which is Kyle Summers. So that's like less. Well, it's not furry stuff, it's just his personal vlogs. And then he also has Kyle Winters, which is the lesser known I guess outtakes from his Kyle son as well. So he manages to juggle 4 channels. If you have a good work ethic and organized, so not like me, if you're organized, then you know it's kind of like doing different classes at school or college or whatnot. You just kind of like devote some time to each channel. But if you're like me and you're bad at time management, just focus on the one thing. Yeah.
Yeah, on that question of time management, how often should like a new YouTuber sort of like come out with video? Like how consistent should they be with that to gain more followers or to gain more subscribers?
It depends, because I used to upload literally every day and then I burn out really fast. So I was like, oh, I'll just upload every week, and I burn out again. So then now I do every other week. It just depends on how quickly you can come up with content, if you have the time to record, and if you're devoted to the content. I'm not. I have work, I have art, I have a lot of stuff. So it really just depends. It's just whatever you want to do.
One good thing is pre-recording. Kind of take a weekend off, or if you have a weekend off, or if you have, typically I think you're legally obligated to 2 days off from work sometimes, depending on your job.
Some of you work for Amazon, I think.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
One person.
Sometimes you'll have a day or 2 off. Take that whole day or the 2 days and make a few videos. Put them in your queue. Have them be like, oh, this video will come out next Wednesday. This next video will come out the weekend
And
after.
you can schedule them too online. You can do upload and then you click the drop down and there's schedule, private, and public. So I schedule all my videos ahead of time.
Yeah, and kind of off that, some YouTubers do work well with a schedule. So some people will say new videos at Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. So some people can actually sort of thrive on that deadline and make sure that there's a new video. I don't have an upload schedule. I just make videos when I feel like I have an idea that I like. Sometimes I'll upload like 3 videos in a week, sometimes 2 in a month. You know, and, I think, and this is with every YouTuber, there can be the tendency to overthink things. I think just follow the passion, follow what you find is fun about making content. And until you're like, you know, super professional or whatnot, I think that's more when you can think about like, okay, how much can I upload? Otherwise, just have fun with it. That's kind of what I always go back to.
Yeah. Going back on what Tomu said, you can get burned out very quickly if you're doing videos day after day after day after day, non-stop for months or even years. If you look at some very well-known, big-name YouTubers, PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, they used to upload daily. I think PewDiePie still does, but he takes a month off sometimes. And then sometimes you just need a month for yourself, for your family.
You used to do like twice, maybe 2 videos a day.
Well, to piggyback off
Markiplier
of that,
does 2 a day, I think.
Yeah.
Shane Dawson used to upload literally like what, Monday through Wednesday and Thursday, and his content was starting to not just disappoint him but his followers. So now I don't know if you guys watch Shane Dawson, but he will upload like he'll pick a specific week or month and he'll be like, I will do a 3-parter video, and it's riveting and it's engaging because he spends time on it. Yes, he's bigger, but if you upload literally every single day, you find that you're not happy with your content, your viewers are not happy with your content. Because if you upload every day, like, oh, Tomu posted again, I'll just watch it later. If you upload, like, yeah, but you don't upload a lot.
No, I was talking about your videos.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten that way.
If someone sees your videos and you haven't uploaded in like 2 months, like, oh my god, I can't believe they uploaded, and then they go to watch your videos.
That's typically when I watch.
There's one car one I call granted what they're working on is taking a look at this book. It's called Project Binky by Bad Session Motorsports, and like they'll upload once every 3 months because what they're working on is not something normal. It is a Mini Cooper with all-wheel drive using a Toyota drivetrain on the Celica with a turbo, and it's like with AC and everything. So it's like sometimes what they're working on is not quite going to be every day.
And kind of off that, like, yeah, you know, there's been the experience of a lot of vloggers who have tried, and this is more like, you know, mainstream big YouTubers who've tried to do daily vlogs, but it's, you know, it can be quite the grind to put out. And I've noticed a recent tendency with the professional huge channels uploading less frequently and spending more time on each video. But once again, like, broader picture, do what works for you. Some people can, you know, like people who make those top 15 like videos and all that, they can just churn them out. Like, find what works for you, because every person is different. Everyone has a different operating system. If you can put out a video a day and you love it, great. If it takes you a month, great as well. You know, there's no rules.
And look at the mouse over here. It's taken her 4 months. She hasn't even got one video out.
You're right. Anyway, I just saw someone that's really inspired me on this Atlas Mama Furries. Moms of Furries.
Hey, there you
I just wanted to say thank you very much for being so open to your kids. I know a lot of parents are like, no, get that away from me. Like, you guys go out there into the community and go out to cons, and you actually figure out what the con's about and what the fandom's about. So thank you very much. I just want to give you a shout out.
We have one question over there.
Oh, wait. Okay, before questions, I would hold off the questions till a little bit later because we are running on a little short on time. Are we?
Yes.
Actually,
10 minutes.
Actually, no, we're done.
We'll start doing Q&A.
We can do Q&A now. So yeah, never mind.
If you have questions,
What's the phone mic you use for it?
I got it off of Amazon. That whole fiasco I didn't video. I deleted it, but I just got it off of Amazon T-shirt.
Who knows?
It's like omnidirectional lapel mic, and it can clip on your shirt. But it does not work. I'm going to say that right now. It does not work. You have to put it inside your Fursuit head because I tried having it here, and you couldn't hear anything.
Well, if I don't have a Fursuit head?
Then it's fine. I don't have a Fursuit head.
Question in the back?
There's road mics, there's lapel mics, there's cameras, there's all kind of stuff that comes from China. If you really want to get
Do be wary of Wish because sometimes you can get ripped off. But yes, Wish is good depending if you see that they have good reviews.
There's like Linus Texas just did a video not so long ago of like right mic setups for like under $50, and there was like even an XLR with a DAC one for like $50.
So we're gonna
let's try and spread out the questions.
Okay.
Some people who haven't asked before. Yep, you with the hand. Yep.
Start there and go back.
You with the hand.
What type of video editing software would you recommend that's not high-end stuff but lower-end? Because currently I use a program called Wondershare.
I use that as well.
Okay.
Wondershare for Filmora, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check Humble Bundle. Occasionally, during a month or two, they'll have a little sale as Humble Bundle does, and it'll be your Sony Vegas 17, and it'll be for like $20 maybe.
I paid $25 for my Sony Vegas, and I got a ton of other stuff with the Sony Vegas, and I paid only $25. So
Sometimes you don't even have to buy things like
I use iMovie and InShot on my phone, and I edit most of it on InShot, and then I transfer it to iMovie. Yeah, I can't see anybody. I'm short. If you haven't noticed.
What I would say with editing software is find one that suits your needs. Like if you're just trying to do basic editing, then pretty much anything's fine. If you're trying to do like special effects, you might have to look at different sort of stuff.
Do you have a question?
You didn't finish that thought. You transferred it to iMovie 4.
Oh, I use it for like special effects, like basically everything that you can't do with the crappy app that I use.
Question in the black and yellow. You had your hand up for a while. Yep. Yeah.
Well, good to you.
Black and yellow.
Let's say if I wanted to be better.
I was gonna just go. Yeah, we'll get you next. Okay. Yeah, we've got time for both of you.
Yeah.
Let's say if I wanted to do my channel, but I was also dealing with school and stuff like that. How would you manage your time with YouTube and doing something?
School is always first.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Real life is first.
School is
The questions relating to dealing with, I guess I'll open it up to like real life stresses and keeping up with a YouTube channel.
And time management.
I'd say self-care is important. Like, you don't have to upload, like, you know, a video can wait 3 days, or 5 days, or a week, or a month, you know. Your subscribers are always going to be there, so please don't feel the pressure to, like, you know, upload, because your fans and your community are going to be there, whether you take a month off or 3 months off, like, they'll still be there to watch you.
As long as you update them. We have, the community tab is a great place to kind of update your followers if you can't get a video out and say, hey, I'm taking a little personal time off, I'm not feeling mentally stable right now, or I just need time off. I need a week or two off, and if I can't get back to you in 2 weeks, I'll update you guys.
I need to add to the community tab. You will not receive that until you have at least 10K followers.
Really?
Yes.
But if you don't have the community tab, you can still tweet out. You can.
There's also the discussion tab that the community tab actually takes over. I use that a lot because my followers keep on saying, "When are you getting your computer fixed? You suck. You haven't put anything out." And I'm just like,
Damn.
Soon.
Give me a new computer then. You don't pay me for this.
Or really simply, you could just put out a video saying like, "Hey, this is how I'm feeling." Just do a quick video, you know, that sort of thing.
That was
You
my
had a
phone.
question.
Yeah, you've been waiting patiently.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Go for it.
Okay, so it's kind of so I do a voice acting for a comic dub on the internet called Illusion Squad. So my friend who owns a YouTube channel, for videos, he got kind of a false copyright story from some Italian guy.
The best way to go about that is contacting YouTube.
You can submit a counterclaim.
He has more than 1K subscribers, but he doesn't have a YouTube partner. I'm trying to tell him maybe you should get a YouTube partner.
Okay, so that's something very hard to deal with. Search up YouTube counterclaim because there is a way to fight it. That's what I would say. Just search YouTube counterclaim.
On Google.
Yeah, on Google.
Or Bing, whatever you use.
There is a way to fight it, but it is a headache. That's what I would say.
And it probably will take a while.
Yeah. People.
The word makes Comcast look amazing.
Has anyone who hasn't had a question answered got a question?
Or if you haven't asked one during this panel and you have a question for us, now's the time to ask. Right.
We have 5 minutes.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes, so.
And I want to do a little. I need to talk.
Yeah, and then we'll do Jill.
Are we allowed to take pictures with you guys?
Yeah.
Afterwards, we're gonna do a meet and greet kind of
Just
thing.
make sure that people who don't have fursuit heads aren't in the picture because that's.
Sometimes people don't like the.
Do we have any more questions, or are we done?
No, there's still a few questions.
There's still a few questions.
Okay, we'll finish up those because I still have to ask some people for their usernames because there's problems going on, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to meet us and talk and stuff. And we don't have a lot of time, so yeah.
So Jalen, and then.
All right, so someone from my live stream asked, how long does someone, how do you guys handle being in a fursuit for so long on a video? For a video, at least.
I mean, if you look at Kiwi, he did a 24-hour live stream.
Don't do that.
Don't do that unless you really have a cold room.
Leon did a sleep stream.
Yeah, and a lot of water.
Sleep stream.
Twice.
What I would say is fursuiting rules apply to fursuit content making. Take breaks. Every fursuit relating tip relates to fursuiting on camera.
I mean, heck, if you watch any of Starks and I stream and I'm suiting, I usually take my head off after about 30 minutes and drink some water because it can all have an ice cold room. Yeah,
that's the magic of editing.
Jose, you had a question?
Just drink water.
Have an ice cold room with water.
So like my thing is I quickly found my niche. So anybody who's making a furry content, obviously you have to want to do it in the first place, to have the love of it, not just to want the fans. But a lot of people making it don't want to just do only furry things. They want to branch out. They don't know what they want to branch out into. Me, I was lucky because I kind of came into the fandom through D&D, and I'm editing a video right now and explaining how aspects of the character sheet works. It's going to be a series, but I guess my question to you guys would be how would you best find your niche? Because you do furry stuff, and then there's something else that you guys are good at. He does music, obviously. So.
I do dancing and art. Sometimes I do speed paint stuff.
Take what you enjoy doing and build off of it. If it's gaming, do gaming. I'm sure it's a very niche market there. There's hundreds of them on YouTube. I say that very loosely, hundreds. If it's music, do music. If it's dancing, do dancing. If it's art, art. It doesn't really matter. It's what you like to do. And typically, no matter what you do, you're typically going to find someone who likes it as well. As long as it's not hurting someone or illegal.
No. Yeah.
Follow the channel, it's doing crock pot cooking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
There's somebody out there.
There's an audience for pretty much any niche. There's that kid that does fast food reviews and he's in a suit.
He's based here in Florida.
We have one more question and then we'll go ahead and we'll get to the meet and greet.
Yeah, it'll be outside, right?
Tip.
Yes, it'll probably
Because we probably have to clear the panel.
Yes.
Well, yeah. So after this panel, we'll be out there and we can answer all your questions if you didn't want to speak in front of everyone.
Don't leave those, because I have to talk to some people that I've circled because we have Telegram issues.
Okay. One last question.
Yes. Someone else want to make? I had 3. Okay. So a coming at this, I'm a web developer, so I'm coming at this with an SEO perspective. Do the keywords for YouTube do anything?
Yes, they do. Yes. That is how people search for your stuff. Yes.
If you look at a video and take, for instance, The Odd Ones Out. The Odd Ones Out tags his videos with other artists in the titles, such as Brewstew or Jack's Films. It doesn't matter. As long as it's something similar to you, it does help. And sometimes if you tag it correctly, you'll show up in someone else's recommended while they're watching someone else.
Okay, with that, I got like 2 other follow-up questions, but do you want to say that for me?
We'll go ahead and take it outside. That way we can get everyone. Hey, thank you, everyone.
Yes, nice to finally meet you.